All right. Hey guys, Luke here with Arrowhead Rifles. Just gonna take a look here at this new rifle I put together for myself for the 2024 hunting season. Looks a little different than what I've been running in the past. Well, for starters, it's quite a bit smaller caliber than the 300 Norma I've been hunting with for the last few years. It's a 25 SST. This is a cartridge you can only reload for. You're not going to find factory ammo for it. But the reason I went with it is you can run 134, well, this is 134 grain Hornady ELDM with a pretty high G7 BC .325 up north of 3,000 feet per second. So you're still maintaining over 1,000 foot-pounds of energy at 1,000 yards with a relatively low recoil and good terminal performance still. That's a 28 nozzler next to it. So if you got questions on that cartridge, feel free to reach out. But it's like I said, lighter recoiling while still getting that range energy and bucking the wind. So we'll jump right into the rifle. First off, XLR Element 4.0 magnesium chassis. It's XLR's lightweight chassis. I haven't been a huge. It's kind of been. I've been a hesitant convert to chassis. Really starting to get comfortable with this one. I like the thumb rest that they have. Actually, I only put half of the thumb rest on. They've got another spacer that goes on here. I couldn't quite get comfortable with that, so I just put the bracket on, and that's where I like to rest my thumb. What else with the chassis? It's integral ARCA rail. We've got a pick rail on it to take the Gunworks bipod. We've been really enjoying this bipod. Gunworks did a great job with that. We've got a video on that bipod as well if you want to learn more about that. But all in weight wise, I'll save the weight for the end. So that's the chassis. Then we've got the Defiance Anti-X action Trigger Tech 2-stage diamond trigger. I love my 2-stage triggers. For the scope, this kind of kills us on the overall weight a little bit, but I was willing to sacrifice the weight just to run this incredible optic, the Kahles K328i. The field of view, to really appreciate it, you just got to look through one. But after you shoot this scope, really any other scope you go to, you feel like you're looking through an older, inferior, smaller field of view scope. So it makes it a little tough jumping from gun to gun like we do a lot here with our test firing. But I mean, obviously you're paying a weight penalty and a cost penalty on this. It's an alpha piece of glass with alpha pricing, but for me it was worth the weight and worth the price to be able to run it. Got that sitting in a pair of Hawkins ultralight rings. We've also got the Hawkins flush mag in the chassis. For the barrel, it's a 22-inch preferred carbon fiber wrap barrel, and then we've got the Thunder Beast Ultra 7 suppressor on it. So all in weight-wise, not including the bipod, we're at 9 pounds 15 ounces. So if we went with a more standard scope, the scope's a little over 2 pounds, we could get ourselves down closer to 8 pounds. But like I said, I'm willing to sacrifice the weight for the performance. Another thing that kind of drives the weight a little bit is the folding adapter on the chassis. If you went with a non-folding, just a straight attached buttstock that couldn't fold, I think you save yourself like 6 ounces there. But in my opinion, if you're running a chassis, you really want that ability to fold. That's one of the big selling points of a chassis. So all in 10 pounds, not bad. Maybe a little on the heavy end, but I don't like to sacrifice too much weight. It's funny talking about adding weight is getting rid of weight as a sacrifice. But when you think about it, you're running up and down the hills. When it comes time to make that shot, if you have a 7-pound gun or 6-pound gun, any little bump, your heart rate's through the roof. You like I said, you just ran up the hill. You got the trophy of a lifetime out there. Going lighter on the rifle isn't necessarily the answer. So I like to have a little more weight behind my rifles, more in that 8 to 10 pound range, all in. But to each their own on that. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Super excited to get out with this thing. I've got a mule deer hunt here at the end of October, and then of course I'll be taking it down to Mexico for Coues deer hunting in January, which I did. I did go with a vanity serial number from Defiance, Coues Killer. So That's a little fun. I think I'm gonna get that 130-inch Q's I shot a few years ago. I've got a graphic, a Euro graphic, and I think I'm gonna get that lasered maybe somewhere here on the chassis to spruce it up a little bit. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions on the build, feel free to hit us up in the comments, and good luck out there this fall.